Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, December 5th of 2023, and I'm always coming to the same conclusion all the time. I know that you're gonna think that this sounds crazy, but we are being taken over by space aliens known as the American Communications Association. It's I think it's called, the website is AmericanCom.org. And this is why Johnny Depp and his actress girlfriend, I always forget her name, but this is why they were talking about Johnny Depp and the Pirates of the Caribbean. Because space aliens from outer space, Elon Musk, he has the SpaceX for space travel, and these aliens from outer space, they discovered that there is life form on Mars, there is life form on other planets, and they're trying to colonize the moon like the movie with Tom Cruise. Are we an effective team? So what's going on here is that American Communication Association are pirates from the Caribbean, from space, aliens that are trying to take over and conquer planet Earth. So there's high-ranking public officials, and these space aliens, they're also trying to get to me now, because they're putting it in your clothes, they're putting it in your food, and there's like this special type of lice called the Texas leech that doesn't go away. It just creates eggs, and it keeps reincarnating, and it keeps multiplying. So they gave me strep throat of the tongue now, which is why I don't know if it's the Filipinos that did this to me, because we are bombing the hell out of them in the Philippines and the South China Sea, and City National Bank and T-Tech Bank of America. But they gave me strep throat of the tongue called rubinella, and it's also causing lumps. But I finally was able to get brand name Bactrim by the Franklin CVS in Santa Monica. So that's good. At least I'm able to get better now. But what's going on here is that Alan Stanford is really the CIA, okay? And the CIA and the Office of Special Counsel, and probably maybe even the IRS, they allowed a coup d'etat of the United States government. They allowed a coup d'etat of the unemployment insurance of the California courts, because the space aliens are trying to take over our government and replace our Constitution, our Bill of Rights. So the CIA and the Office of Special Counsel, they created this coup d'etat to fight the space aliens. So, if the space aliens are going to try to take over our government, the CIA and the Office of Special Counsel, we're going to beat you to it. Which is why there's Alan Stanford, and why there is Bernie Madoff and SAC Capital and Mark Zuckerberg that are running a pyramid Ponzi scheme. These are not really like pyramid Ponzi schemes. This is like CIA and Office of Special Counsel and probably the FBI allowing a coup d'etat to compete with the aliens, space aliens. So what's going on here is that American Communication Association, they're getting away with this because they're saying that they're devil worshippers. Devil worship is an excuse. They also created another Winn-Dixie, which is globalization, that, we want a melting pot, we want diversity, and we want a melting pot where everybody is the same. It doesn't matter. We're going to reincarnate with each other. We're going to worship with each other, and it creates a melting pot where there is no more ethnicity or differences in races. We're all the same. We're all like one race. But that was a Winn-Dixie because the terrorists and And they're not even really terrorists. What's going on here is that the space aliens landed, Pirates of the Caribbean, which is American Communication Association and Endurance International from Massachusetts. Endurance International from Massachusetts is really like Joe Biden. And I found out that Joe Biden is really reincarnated Richard Nixon and Watergate. Don't think I'm crazy, because what I'm telling you is true. I have evidence. So, Joe Biden has been president since Richard Nixon. I don't know if there was any gaps in between, but definitely there was the 2016 presidential elections interference that FBI Director Robert Mueller was investigating, that there was Russian and Ukraine that have created elections interference that allowed Trump to become president over Hillary Clinton. And that was 2016. And Joe Biden was Trump's vice president. So then what's going on here is that in 2020, Trump lost the election to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And I told you that I think we lost the war in Afghanistan, so they allowed Osama bin Laden, who worshipped and reincarnated with Kamala Harris, basically they allowed Osama bin Laden to be vice president. And even worse, I mean, I love Joe Biden, don't get me wrong, I love Joe Biden, but Joe Biden is like Beelzebub. He's like Beetlejuice. Joe Biden is really Jim Jones from Jonestown, Guyana, and Waco, Texas, Todd Cooperman, David Koresh, Todd Cooperman from Canada, and the Office of Special Counsel. And what I'm saying here is that Joe Biden is the space alien who has landed here. And Alan Stanford continues. They are repeat offenders. So the moral of the story is that in order for us to save our country, we have to stop repeat offenders. And whatever needs to be done to contain them, repeat offenders must be stopped. And that's about it. They have hijacked the California courts. And now I think finally the CIA and the Office of Special Counsel have realized that even though they have created a coup d'etat of the United States to compete with the space aliens, Johnny Depp, and Pirates of the Caribbean, because Johnny Depp was also trying to say what I'm trying to say to you now. And so what's going on here is that basically there's a war going on right now where we're fighting aliens who either want to destroy planet Earth because they are from Pluto or they are from whatever planet out there on the galaxy, and the sun is dying. So, they even want to conquer planet Earth and take over planet Earth, or they want planet Earth to be destroyed by fire. They want planet Earth to become the new sun. However, I think that I'm new to reincarnation because I was living in Pleasantville my whole life, So if it's possible for humans to reincarnate, then is the sun a living and breathing entity, living and breathing life form, just like humans and animals can reincarnate? Then it should also be possible for the sun to reincarnate, or the sun to give birth to itself. That's, I'm not Sherlock Holmes or anything like that, but imagine that. So that's the story, We're fighting space aliens, and that's what this war is about.